and they'll be super annoyed at you if you don't tell them. We are here to celebrate Lag BaOmer, and for some people it may be a lesser known Chag, but for me, going to a religious Jewish day school, it was one Chag that I will never forget, and it was one that I looked forward to because we had a massive bonfire at our school, and loving food as I do now and as I did then, we all would bring a potato wrapped in foil and we'd pop it into the glowing embers once the bonfire died down. And by lunchtime, we all had jacket potatoes with butter, cheese, and sour cream. And I can still taste it on the tip of my tongue, how delicious that was. And we would sing songs, we would talk about the significance of the event, and we would particularly talk about the unity that this event symbolizes. Am Yisrael Chai. That symbol of the bonfire, the flame, is one that recurs a lot in Judaism and, in fact, a lot of symbolism around the world, and there's a very good reason for it. The significance of the fire is in the fact that in order to keep a fire burning, you need to feed the flame. You can't stifle it. You need to allow it to have the freedom. And in the same way, it keeps recurring because it's a reminder of how we as Jews have a responsibility to keep our own flame alive, our own faith going. And particularly at this time where for a lot of us we might be feeling more lonely than ever before, this is an opportunity for us all to come together in a very different way where the bonfire is digital. It's a virtual spark that will hopefully unite all of us together in a way that we will never, ever forget. If you're just tuning in now, I'm Alice Zaslavsky, otherwise known as Alice in Frames, and I'm your host for this evening. I've written books, I've hosted TV shows, I've been food editor at a lifestyle glossy and a general foodie about town. But before all of that, I was a massive fan of Lag BaOmer at my religious Jewish day school, and I'm so pleased to have been invited to join you all for 18 for 18. If you're wondering what we're doing here tonight, we are coming together, 18,000 people from across Australia, New Zealand, and hopefully around the world to join together on this momentous occasion, a Chag that doesn't often get its time in the sun, pun intended, and an opportunity for us all to be reminded that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Remember that this event is interactive, so if you've got something to share, if you've got something to add to the conversation, do not be afraid. Get on board, get involved, because you'll be sharing it with not just us, but everybody that's tuning in from New Zealand, Australia, and hopefully around the globe as well. Now, I've got to admit that my memory of Lag BaOmer was a little bit dusty. So I dusted off some books and read up, but I thought I'd bring an old friend of mine, Dr. Daniel Aronov, to come in and tell me what his favorite aspects of the Chag are, and we can compare notes. And the last time that we saw each other, Dr. Daniel Aronov, you were dressed as one of Judaism's biggest villains. Am I
You are right.
Yeah, Haman in the Purim Spiel, where I played the title role of Esther, Queen Esther, who was a Jewish Australian princess from Lumia Road in North Caulfield. But we're not here to reminisce. We are here to talk a little bit more about Lag BaOmer because it is one of the lesser known Chags. Most people would know one thing about Lag BaOmer, and that's that there is a bonfire involved. Would you agree?
Definitely. I think that's the main theme and main focus of the festival, for sure.
But there's a lot more to Lag BaOmer than but a bonfire.
There is, yeah. So there's really two main things that we're sort of celebrating. One is there was a plague that befell a whole population of Jews. 24,000, in fact, died over a 33-day period. And that plague ended very suddenly on Lag BaOmer. So that's celebration number one. And celebration number two revolves around this great sage of around 2,000 years ago by the name of Shimon Bar Yochai. Shimon Bar Yochai. And he is great because he gave us the famous text of Kabbalah called the Zohar. And he basically passed on this day, but he wanted everyone to celebrate his death and the achievements and the what he's given to the world rather than use it as a day of mourning. So that's why this day has become such a great day of celebration.
So I'm sure that people at home are sitting there thinking, well, that sounds familiar. We're in a situation at the moment where it feels like we're in the middle of a plague. Can we take any learnings from this?
Look, I think the biggest lesson is that there's light at the end of the tunnel. That one day, maybe just like on the one hand, we're mourning this great plague that happened almost 2,000 years ago, and we will be mourning this great plague that has befell the entire population this year as well. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and I hope that one day we will make some sort of celebration of everything we've achieved as a people, and everything we've learnt from this, and also celebrate that it's over and that we came out on top, so to speak.
Since we last spoke, since we last saw each other in the real world, you have become a dad. And so you've got how many? Right, three kids. How old are we talking here?
They are 5, 3, and 1.
5, 3, and 1. So at 5 years old, I feel like there'll be people tuning in with young kids. What one kind of message or lesson would you like for families to take away and talk about for Lag BaOmer?
Firstly, hi kids, if you are watching. Look, I guess the theme of Lag BaOmer, so we've talked about the specifics, the main theme really is about unity. See, we do have a reason why all these people were dying. All these students of Rabbi Akiva were dying, and that was because they were not united. There was a lot of bickering amongst them and arguing and sort of hatred for no reason. And so this day celebrates that stopping, which really reflects the fact that there was finally unity among the Jewish people. And so today symbolizes a unity. And what's amazing is that in a lot of respects in the world today, we have found that it's sad, but it's a disaster that sort of brought the world together in a sense. And yes, you have odd sects that are not in agreement with everyone else, but by and large, I feel like the world now is more united than I've ever felt before.
I would agree with that. And I think this event is a perfect example of that. And I'm so grateful to you for giving up your time and for uniting with us all to share some of the lessons, the great lessons that Lag BaOmer can teach all of us.
Thank you, Alice.
Will you be joining my watch party?
Absolutely. Just send us the invite.
Brilliant. I will. And make sure that you're setting up your watch parties too. Now that we've learned how Lag BaOmer is celebrated in normal years, this year is obviously very different because instead of all joining up shoulder to shoulder at regular places, we're joining up shoulder to shoulder online at 6 p.m. Hopefully there will be 18,000 Australian and New Zealand Jews coming together right here, 18 for 18. And for those 18 minutes, we'll aim to inspire you and have you come away feeling unified, rejuvenated, feeling like this is an opportunity to reconnect with the community. Speaking of connecting, let's see how Lag BaOmer is celebrated traditionally around the world, starting with Meron. Israel, Paris, London, New York, Sydney, and last but not least, Melbourne. Now it's your turn. Post where you are joining us from. We'd love to know. Very shortly, the main program will begin and you will hear from some notable names as well as some delightful musical acts. There'll be speakers like Josh Frydenberg, Ambassador to Australia from Israel, Mark Sofer, Nathan Sharansky, Frank Lowy, 4 chief rabbis from across the globe, as well as some famous musicians that you may or may not have heard of, but you certainly will want to remember their names. I, for one, am really looking forward to seeing what it is that they have to share. And here is a 30-second preview to whet your whistle. To hit our target of 18,000, we need your help. Click share on this video. Create a watch party. If you don't know how to create a watch party yet, go to your phone settings, click share. Okay. If you don't know how to create a watch party yet, on your phone, click share, then select watch party. On your computer, just the same. And after you've done it for tonight, you might find yourself making watch parties all the time. Your friends will love it. When my very best friend from school, Dahlia, found out about this, she messaged me right away to tell me how excited she was to hear from our next speaker. So I'm not going to take up any more of his time. I am going to introduce a very excited Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sachs.
It's very rare indeed that you can tell in advance when history is going to be made. But this year we can, because an event is going to take place in Australia and New Zealand on Lag BaOmer that is quite unprecedented and will be absolutely glorious. When the whole world is divided, separated, isolated, when everyone's sitting disconnected from family and friends, rely on Jews to find a way of coming together, of being united. And that is exactly what's going to happen on Lag BaOmer as Australian Jewry and New Zealand Jewry come together in an unprecedented display of Jewish unity. That will be 18,000 Jews on the 18th of Iyar for 18 minutes of Jewish unity and pride. And don't forget, 18 is Chai, which means life, because life is being together. So don't miss Lag BaOmer and the great, wonderful moment of Jewish unity.
I told you he was excited. We are literally moments away from 18 for 18 starting, and we need your help. If you haven't already shared this video, or better yet, started to host your own watch party by sharing the video, then clicking watch party in your phone settings and computer settings. Sometimes it could be under more options. This is the time. Speaking of time, we don't have long. It's about to start. This event would not be possible without our partners, and here they are. And now it's time to acknowledge the belief, cooperation and collaboration of the hundreds of volunteers and over 200 Jewish organisations and community groups that made this event possible. I'm about to make way for our amazing guests, but before I do, I'm going to remind you that after those 18 minutes of inspiration, there will be 40 minutes of entertainment, so stick around. And now it's time for me to say goodbye. I'm about to switch from host to participant and create my watch party. Hope you have too. See you on the other side. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Am Yisrael Chai. It's time to light this digital bonfire and get this party started.
Dear friends, welcome to 18 for 18 Lag BaOmer Live.
The biggest event our Jewish community has ever seen.
The biggest Jewish event our community has ever seen.
At times of social distancing, we are making history by uniting together.
And you and I are a part of it.
For the next 18 minutes, we will transcend all differences.
Break all barriers.
And unite as one proud people.
To all of us here in Australia and New Zealand,
Happy Lag BaOmer!
The day that celebrates our Jewish pride, the strength of Jewish identity, and the power of the Jewish soul.
Because on the outside we may all look different, but inside we all have the same divine spark.
We are one, nothing can keep us apart.
And when we are united, nothing can hold us back.
So let's celebrate together. 18 for 18.
Am Israel Chai.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד.
Now a greeting from the Australian government. Let's welcome Mr. Josh Frydenberg, our Treasurer.
Chag Sameach to everybody who is participating in tonight's historical Lag BaOmer event across Australia and New Zealand. While we can't be together in person this year, we can still celebrate this day of unity together in spirit. It's so special that even during these times of social distancing, 18,000 Jewish people from across the Tasman can come together for 18 minutes at 6 o'clock on the 18th of Iyar. Lag BaOmer is traditionally a time for self-improvement, reflection, and acting with extra ahavat Israel, love for your fellow person. As we deal with the COVID-19 crisis, it's more important than ever that we show extra consideration and kindness as we all support each other through these challenging and uncertain times.
Let's bring greetings from Israel. It's an honor to have Mr. Mark Sofa, Israel's ambassador to Australia.
The Jewish people have survived through all the trials and tribulations throughout the ages because they harbored the sense of oneness, of togetherness. And if we look at present-day Israel, an interconnection between Israel and world Jewry, we can and must use this message. Unity does not mean agreement on each and every issue. It does not mean that we cannot have our own ideas about what needs to be done. It means unity of purpose, unity of goals, objectives, and aims. And if there is one issue that unites all of us in Israel, it is for internal harmony, the striving for security, the striving for accommodation in our region. Am echad, belev echad.
Lag BaOmer is a day of joy and unity. From Canberra, let's head over to Byron Bay and let's get the party started. Please welcome the Sheva Band.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
At times like this, we have always shown resilience. As a Jewish people, we have always held belief and hope. Tonight, we bring you a message of inspiration from two heroes. Please welcome a great Australian, a Holocaust survivor and a proud Jew, Mr. Frank Lowy.
I'm pleased to take part in a hookup between the Australian and New Zealand Jews. I myself am in Israel now, so it's a particular pleasure to talk to all of you in Australia and New Zealand. The lockup of the last couple of months here was quite trying on many aspects, although we have managed quite well. Compared to the previous times when I was under serious threat was during the Holocaust time, and the memories of the Holocaust did come in from time to time, particularly when on the Seder I was on my own. It reminded me when my father was missing for the first time when I was just a bar mitzvah. And those memories are very difficult to cope with, particularly when you are alone. But I do feel myself connected to the Jews of Australia and New Zealand and to the Jews of Israel. And I hope that God will help us and we will be out of this predicament in the very near future. God bless all of us Jews in the world on this Lag BaOmer Day.
Thank you, Mr. Lowy. Now, I would like to welcome Mr. Natan Sharansky. Mr. Sharansky brings a message of hope and resilience to us all.
Dear friends, welcome from Jerusalem. In the days of Lag BaOmer, we all speak again and again about big challenges and big tragedies and big struggles which we had in the past. And in these days of Corona, many of us are isolated in their homes and sometimes feel desperate, helpless, hopeless. Well, let's remember, our strength is in the fact that we are never alone. We are always connected. It can be a very distant community in the end of the earth, or it can be one lonely prisoner behind the Iron Curtain. For many years that I was in prison, whatever KGB was saying to me that I'm alone, I knew that I'm not. Dear friends, I'm very glad that Jews of Australia and Jews of New Zealand are feeling closer to one another. And celebrating this together with you, I hope you all remember that the heart of our body, that the center of our people is in Jerusalem.
La 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 la. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Happy Lag BaOmer, Australia and New Zealand. An honor to be celebrating with so many thousands of you brothers and sisters. Sing it. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie.
Throughout the ages, our faith, traditions and values have always united us. Now, physically apart, let us unite each in our own home for a moment of Torah, prayer, and an act of goodness and kindness for a better tomorrow.
Leading us in the Torah passage, Ve'ahavta l'recha kamocha,
to love your fellow just as yourself.
Ve'ahavta l'recha kamocha, Rabbi Akiva Omer, Ze Klal Gadol B'Torah.
Torah belongs to every Jew. Here's a story from Brisbane.
Happy Lag BaOmer, everyone. This is the Rifkins from Do Good Labs up in Brisbane, and we've got a very quick story to share.
So about a year ago, we were given the really exciting opportunity to launch a snack line with Virgin Australia. And we have always been inspired by the mitzvahs that we've learnt in the weekly Torah portion. So we knew that we wanted to implement this in the business.
Yeah, and I think one of the coolest things we've seen is at the back of these epic snacks, we have mitzvahs that our community have been sharing and doing for thousands of years. And millions of Aussies have been inspired by these mitzvahs, these random acts of kindness. And the world's going through a tough time that we need to be bringing this light into the world. And we're just very happy to share our Jewish culture, our Jewish values with the world.
Right after the 18 for 18 celebration, we have a jam-packed program of music and entertainment for the entire family.
With COVID-19 affecting us all,
let's dedicate this prayer to all Australians and New Zealanders,
especially our frontline heroes.
Police and nurses, thank you.
Hi everyone, my name's Lainey Kadri. I'm a registered nurse from Sydney, Australia, and honoured to be praying with thousands of you across Australia and New Zealand this Lag BaOmer. Yehi chasdecha Adonai Aleinu ka'asher yichalenu lach.
Let your loving kindness, O Hashem, be upon us as we hoped for you.
Usei shalom bimroma, uyasi shalom aleh.
I would like to dedicate this to all the frontline people out there working hard, tirelessly, helping our community, and also thinking of people who are at home.
Usei shalom bimroma, uyasi shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. shalom, ya'asi shalom, shalom aleinu al kol Yisrael, ya'asi shalom, ya'asi shalom, shalom aleinu.
We pray for the welfare of our brothers and sisters in Israel and across the globe. Please join in the saying of the Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Let's celebrate the surging acts of goodness and kindness shown by countless individuals in these trying times.
I'm Eliza, Campaigns Officer for Orges. To me, chesed is loving kindness. There's an amazing amount of tzedakah in our community, and when we give charity with love and hospitality, it elevates these deeds. Chesed is about doing ordinary things with extraordinary kindness. I include chesed in my life by delivering food for a charity. When I deliver meals to people in need, I always give them a warm smile and positive embrace, because they may forget what meal they received, but they will not forget how you made them feel.
We've just heard from so many people about amazing acts of kindness. So now in the comment section, we'd love to hear you share the acts of tzedakah you have been doing, or the ones you hope to do in the future.
Well, my Lord is coming back to the city of David. My Lord is coming back for us all. Well, my Lord is coming back to the city of David. Oh, oh, praise the Lord. Shalom everyone, it's Moish Faglin here. I'm standing at the edge of the Judean desert, just a couple of minutes from my home. I want to wish you a Lag Sameach, as we say in Israel. Stay safe, continue this incredible unity, and look forward to seeing you very, very soon in the Holy Land. Shalom. God bless.
Prayer and Jewish pride has never been more relevant. From New Zealand, let's meet Gilad.
Hi, my name is Gilad. I go to Birkney College in Auckland, New Zealand. I recently started wearing my tefillin as well as wear my kippah to school, because I'm a proud Jew.
My mother's mum's mother lit Shabbat candles on Friday evenings, and I only found out about my Jewish heritage in the last year. So I'm very proud to continue my heritage and light Shabbat candles on Friday evenings too.
Please tag a friend who inspired you. Now a message from some of the chief rabbis around the world.
I'm delighted to extend my very best wishes to the Australian Jewish community. We are living in extraordinary times. Throughout the world, our communities have been plunged into an unprecedented situation that none of us could have planned for nor even dreamt of. But nonetheless, we have proven that Jewish communities go well beyond our buildings. In fact, our communities are all about people.
And that is what our sages teach us, that when the Jewish people encamped around Mount Sinai, we were Ke'ish Echad Belev Echad, one person with one heart, with a real spirit of unity around our shared values. And on Lag BaOmer, we gather around the fires representing the light and the wisdom of Torah. That is something which is so beautiful and so powerful.
In Russia, for many, many years, Judaism had to be in the underground. But thank God, the miracle happened and Jews came out of the closet. And they walk in the streets with a kippah, with the tzitzit, telling everybody we are proud of who we are. If we're going to come together with Jewish unity and Jewish pride, then we're going to really be able to celebrate this Lag BaOmer as a day of happiness, a day of joy.
And this is a time to bless you all and to pray together for the days of healthy and happiness, and the day we pray about the time that all of us together can continue to learn and to meet each other in the day in Yerushalayim Ir HaKodesh with the rules of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai b'mehera b'yomeinu amen.
The Mashiach is ready to come now. It is only from our part to do something additional in the realm of goodness and kindness.
Let us join in a song for a world of no more sickness, but health. No more hate, but love. And no more war, but shalom. A perfect world, the world of Mashiach.
Am Yisrael Chai. you for joining us on what has been a momentous occasion. I can feel the unity from here, and I'm sure that you can too. It's like those warming flames of a bonfire are right here. It could be me, or it could be these warm lights.
Time to light the fire now. תדליק את האש, תגיד לי אם יש, נאיר את הלילה, הלילה כולו. תדליק את האש, תגיד לי אם יש, נשיר עד הבוקר.
We want to acknowledge the commitment and collaboration of hundreds of community groups that came together to make this possible. This has been so fun to be a part of, and I know that we'll be speaking about this event not just at Shabbos dinner this weekend, but in times to come. For those of you who have the time to stick around, especially families, we've got an exciting children's program lined up, so don't click off now, stick around. But for me, it's bye for now, and I hope that the next time that we meet, it's around the bonfire.
Time to light the fire now.
Australia! Oh my God, this project of 18,000 people. I want to wish you Atzlacha, Shefa. Take this Lag BaOmer, this light, and bring light to your home. Right here, right now. All of us is gonna scream God's name! Hashem Melech, Hashem Malach, Hashem Yimloch, Le'olam Va'ed. Hashem Melech, Hashem Malach, Hashem Yimloch, Le'olam Va'ed. Hashem Melech, Hashem Malach, Hashem Yimloch, Le'olam Va'ed. Hashem Melech, Hallel Hashem Elokim, ואגד לנו בתודה. הלל השם אלוקים, ואגד לנו בתודה. י' וה' ו' וה', השם אלוקינו, השם אחד. י' וה' ו' וה', השם אחד. השם אלך, השם מלך, השם ימלוך, לעולם ועד. השם אלך, השם מלך, השם ימלוך, לעולם ועד. Put your hands up, put your hands up, come on. השם ימלוך, la 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 la. השם אלך, השם מלך, ימלוך. הלל השם אלוקים, ואגד לנו בתודה. הלל השם אלוקים, ואגד לנו בתודה. י' וה', השם אלוקינו, השם אחד. י' וה', השם אלוקינו, השם אחד. השם אלך, השם מלך, השם ימלוך. Everybody put your hands up. השם מלך, הצלה. Thank you so much for saving us. Literally. השם מלך, please support. השם מלך, השם מלך, השם ימלוך, לעולם ועד. Wadilila, wadilila, on va danser, on va danser. Wadilila, wadilila, בירושלים הבנויה. Let's end this galut. השם אלך, השם ימלוך, לעולם ועד.
Hello Australia and New Zealand. Yochai Cohen here from Jerusalem. I would like to sing you a song called the Shorer Shira, which is a song about Matan Torah. This is the Moroccan version. I want to wish you all happy Lag BaOmer and happy Shavuot.
Torah, Ziva, Lanu, Moshe, Morasha, Tehila, Yaakov.
לכבוד התורה, השורר שירה, לכבוד התורה, מפז יקרה, זכה וברה, זכה וברה, מפז יקרה, זכה וברה, זכה וברה. נאמן שמו בחר בעמו, נאמן שמו השורר שירה, לכבוד התורה, השורר שירה, לכבוד התורה, מפז יקרה, זכה וברה, זכה וברה, מפז יקרה, זכה וברה, זכה
Hello Australia, hello New Zealand, Bensi Marcus here from 8th Day. Just want to say hello, we miss you guys, can't wait to come back around, visit you guys very soon. I want to wish you all the best, and I hope you can sing with me. Oh yalla yalla yalili, yalla yalla yalili, yalla 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 yalili, yalla yalla yalili, oh yalla yalla yalili, yalla yalla yalili. Dance, 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 Habibi, yalla, yalla, yalili. Yalla, yalla, yalili, yalla, 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 yalili. Yalla, yalla, yalili, oh, yalla, yalla, yalili. Yalla, yalla, yalili, yalla, 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 yalili. Dance, 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 Habibi. Hope to see you soon.
Becho, do, vedo, hayov, adom, livos, es, edzum, ki, ilu, hu, gatsu, mi, mitzvayim.
Australia and New Zealand, we love you, we miss you. Keep strong, wherever you are in the world. We're all united as one. Am Yisrael Chai, forever and ever. I'd like to participate in this momentous occasion and share this special video with you. Someday, we'll all be together. All of us.
Someday we will all be together. Someday we'll be sheltered and warm. Never will we have to express any fear. Our scars, our wounds will disappear. Abraham and Yitzchak will be there to greet us. Yaakov and his sons will stand by, smile. Moshe Rabbeinu will lead us once again in Yerushalayim, Be'ezras Hashem. Someday we'll all be
Ka, Yisrael,
יש להם חלק לילה הבא שנאמר וימך כל צדיקים לילה ירשו ארץ נצר מטעי מעשה ידה להספר.
To all my dear friends in Australia, New Zealand, this is Eitan Katz wishing you a wonderful Lag BaOmer. What a beautiful 18 for 18 unity project. May we all be zocha to dance, sing together, not only in Australia, New Zealand, but in Yerushalayim, Yer HaKodesh. And we're going to be singing Nigunim up to the Shamayim.
כי קרוב אליך הדבר מאוד בפיך ובלבבך לעשותו.
למען החי ורעי, למען החי ורעי, Adabrana, Shalom ba, Limana Chai Limana Chai Limana Chai Adabrana, Shalom ba, Limana Bet Hashem Elokeinu. Avak Shatov La Leman Beit Hashem Elokeinu Avak Shatov La Ay la 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 Ay la 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 Ay di 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 da da Ay la 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 Because of my brothers and friends, because of my sisters and friends, please let me ask, please let me sing peace to you. Leman Beit Hashem Elokeinu Avak Shatov La Leman Beit Hashem Elokeinu Avak Shatov La 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 la
והנה השם ניצב עליו ומלואי כל הארץ כבודו ומרבית עליו ובויכן כלייס ולב עם עבדי קראי.
Hello Australia, hello New Zealand, how are you? It's Dudu Fisher here and I want to wish you Chag Sameach, Chag Lag BaOmer Sameach to all of you. I really love you and I really miss you and I can't wait to be with you together. You know, the whole world now is in quarantine. America, Israel, Australia, New Zealand, everybody's in quarantine. But what is our quarantine in comparison with the quarantine of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai in a cave together with his son for 13 years learning Torah together? So let's take this time and use it to learn to know each other better and to learn Torah together. And this is a clip that I recorded many years ago for children about Lag BaOmer. Here it is. Let's sit around the campfire and sing together. You can hear our heartbeat if you try. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. Let's sit around the campfire and sing together. You can hear our voices till the dawn. Let's sit around the campfire and sing together. Sing a good old-fashioned song. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים.
בראשית בוראו אלוקים את השמיים ואת הארץ.
Hello, thank you. My name is Ben Murphy and I am a magician. And I am absolutely thrilled to be here today. I thought what I did was magic, but seeing the amount of people that are logged in live across the world now celebrating Jewish pride with Lag BaOmer is truly magical. So thank you all for coming here. It's great to be here. Today we are going to try and do a little bit of magic. So for the kids, for the adults, and for everyone in between, this is for you. But for the magic show to work, I do need everyone, even though I'm live here in my home in Melbourne and you're wherever you are in your lounge rooms around the world, I need you all to participate as well. So I need you all to just make sure you're yelling at the screen and joining in. Now, hang on a second. I tell you what, we might just wear this black shirt. It's a little bit more exciting. All right, so here we go. I want to make sure you're a good audience. So you have to clap and cheer as loud as you can. Are you ready? Off you go. All right, look, okay, I know this is really odd with all the COVID-19 stuff being locked around, but we're still celebrating today, so I want everyone to have a really good time. So participate as much as you can. I want to hear you over here, all right? So are you ready to see some magic? Perfect, good, much better. Well, just in case you're not quite sure when to clap today, I have come prepared with my very own cue card. Let's try it, here we go. No, so all you gotta do is when I hold the sign up, you've just gotta do what the sign says. Let's try it, here we go. Applause! Oh no, come on, I'm gonna need more than that, more! Good, come on, louder! Oh, thanks. Now today's show, it is going to be a little bit different compared to other magic acts you may have seen, especially because it's here. But for the first trick, I do need everyone in your homes and living rooms to try and help me as best as you can. So roll up your sleeves just a little bit like this. Very good. I want everyone, yep, including you, pop your arms out in front of yourselves. Excellent. With your thumbs pointing up. Now I need you to get your thumbs and I need you to tilt your thumbs in just like this. Perfect. Are you all doing it? Good. Now get your thumbs, tilt them all the way down. Wonderful. Cross your arms over, link your fingers together and squeeze. Don't let go. Now I need you to wiggle just your pinkies. Good, they're the little ones. Now wiggle just your thumbs. Perfect. Now wiggle just your middle finger. Now you want to try and get just the middle one. No, hang on, that person over, you're giving me the finger. That's not what I said. You just got to wiggle the middle finger like this. So squeeze really tight. Point your thumbs to the floor, give it a little squeeze and just twist. And bring your thumbs all the way to the top. Off you go. No? No luck? Never mind. We'll take your hands apart and go like this. Excellent. Now before we get started, there is something I would like to point out. I made a prediction before I got online tonight to join you all. And I've popped that prediction here inside of this envelope. So I'm going to get this envelope and I'm going to stick it right up here. You can keep your eye on it. Make sure absolutely no one goes near it. We're going to talk about it a little bit later on. But for now, I'm going to move the camera up. I'm going to take my jacket off so you know that there's nothing up my sleeves. Being a magician, people always go, oh, it's up your sleeves. And I think, ah, oh, up yours. All right, so we're going to go down and we're going to have a look at the table just here. A little bit too much, my apologies. Tilt that up just a tad. All right, here we go. So we're going to try a little bit of sleight of hand. Watch carefully. We've got a packet of cards here. We're going to keep this nice and simple. All the cards are the ace of diamonds. I'm going to put one ace face up, one face down, one face up, one face down. And with the aces in my hand, I'm going to try and perform some sleight of hand. Watch carefully. So in my hand, the aces are face up. I'm going to take a face down ace. I'm going to put that straight on top. If I close the cards up like this, give it a shake, all of the aces in my hands have now turned down. They're right there in my hand. They're all face down. This one is the only one face up. Straight on top, give them a shake. And just like that, they've now all flipped over. In my hand, they're face up. This one, face down, straight on top. Close the cards, give them a shake. All the aces have flipped over. All in my hand are face down. This one is face up, straight on top. Give them a shake. And just like that, they all flip over. I'm going to try this a little bit slower for those of you watching at home. So we're going to take the top ace, we're going to put it straight on top there. Give it a little shake. There we go. They all flip over. Now of course, the less cards that I get, the harder this gets to perform for you. Trying to, oh, there we go, flip them over. But because you've been watching the aces in my hand really, really carefully, it has actually allowed me to try a magic trick with all of these aces over here. Every single one of these aces has now changed. I mean, they're still aces, but you see these ones are red backs, and these aces now have black backs. You know what, and if you don't like black, we do have some other colours. Change it to purple, yellow, and green. Now you know if you go to the casino or anywhere and you have an ace is a really good card to have. But it doesn't matter how many aces you have. To have a particularly good night with anything, you need a few other things to help you. Like the ace, a 10, a jack, a queen, and a king give you the royal flush. Oh, come on! I can't hear you! Excellent, thank you so much. Alright, we'll tilt this back up.
Hello, Australia! Hello, New Zealand! 18,000 strong on this Lag BaOmer. Incredible. Am Yisrael Chai. Can I sing a song for you? Can I sing a song for you? Please. The song is called You're Never Alone. Now, isn't that appropriate? Here goes. Sometimes when you're feeling all alone, you need some happiness to call your own. Nothing is going the way it should. You're trying to do the best you could. Lift up your eyes to the sky. Your life's in His hands. Trust in Him. He will reply, guiding all your steps, always at your side. You are His joy and pride. And don't you know you're never alone? It doesn't matter where you are. There's nothing in His eyes more special than you. Wherever you go, Hashem goes with you. Clap along. And don't you know you're never alone? It doesn't matter where you are. Nothing in His eyes more special than you. Oh, wherever you go, Hashem goes with you. Happy Lag BaOmer.
אותך, מישהו למעלה, מישהו למעלה. אבא תמיד איתנו, שומע ומכוון, הכל זה בשבילנו. אבא אף פעם לא עוזב אותנו, כל מה שהוא עושה, הכל לטובתנו. מישהו למעלה, אבא שלנו. מישהו למעלה, מישהו למעלה. זה אבא שלנו.
יגעתי ולא מטסי, אל תאמין. לא יגעתי ומטסי, אל תאמין. יגעתי ומטסי, תאמין.
Alright, now I'm going to try a little something. This one is particularly for the children. So, actually, before we get into the children one, I want everyone to join in this one. Keep in mind, keep your eye up there. I'm going to try a little bit. I've just got a big card here. It's the King of Clubs. So all you have to do is when I hold this up, you've just got to yell out what the card is in my hand. So when I hold it up, just got to yell it out as loud as you can. Are you ready? So it's the, so you've just got to tell me what the card is. Really, really loud. All the boys and girls, what's the card? The King of Clubs. Very good. So if you get this right, you might get a prize. What's the card? No, it's the Queen of Hearts. And never mind, we'll try something a little bit easier. All right, I'm actually going to try a little bit of mind reading for you all. I can read people's minds. I'm telepathic. Sorry, I have a speech impediment. Dyslexia. Never mind. All right, I have an envelope here. Do you have any idea what is written on the piece of paper in the envelope? No? Exactly right! It's no! Wow, you guys are doing great from your homes. That's fantastic. Now we are going to try something. This is one of the tricks that my granddad first taught me. He was also a magician. People often ask me how I got into magic. Well, he was one of the reasons, but I guess I probably got into magic because I was raised as a single child, which was really, really good. It wasn't the best time for my sister, but I loved it, and so did Granddad. So this is one of the ones he taught me. There's a couple of things you need. The first is a paper bag, just like the ones my mother made me wear to school. I was an ugly kid. The other thing you need, a bottle of beer, or a glass bottle, any glass bottle. You get the glass bottle and you put it inside the paper bag. And then Granddad said, you get your hands and you just wave over the paper bag and you say some magic words. And if you look inside of the paper bag, just by saying magic words, the bottle has disappeared. And now, to your amazement, I will make the bottle come back. It's back! No, I wasn't that impressed either. I said to Granddad, that's not a very good trick. You're not impressing me. And he said, fine, if you don't like it, we'll move on and do something else. Now, this next trick was taught to me by a constipated accountant. He worked it out with a pencil, so I'm going to do the exact same thing. There's a couple of things you need. The one is obviously the pencil, and the other thing you need is some money. So this is a fun little one. Some of you can try at home. What you're going to do is, I'm going to come a little bit closer to the screen, is you just get the pencil, and we're just going to put the pencil inside of the money like this. So you're just going to wrap the money around the pencil. And we're going to try and get the pencil to move from the inside of the money to the outside. Watch very carefully. Here we go, let's see if we can do this. And just like that, the pencil passes all the way through the money. So we're going to take the money and we're going to wrap it back up around the pencil. All right, we're going to make like a little cradle with the pencil just balancing inside. I'll show you, they're just balancing inside. And now we're going to try something that looks like a camera trick. It's nice and alive. It's more of an optical illusion. We're going to try and make it look like the pencil just passed straight through a plastic $50 note. Thank you. All right. Now we're going to go back to the children again. We're going to try one with all of you joining in. Okay, here we go. All right, so we have some boxes here. Each one of these boxes has a picture of a bunny rabbit on it. This box right here has a picture of a white bunny rabbit, and this box here has a picture of a black bunny rabbit. So using your imagination, I want you to yell out as loud as you can for me. What do you think is inside of the box with a white rabbit on the front of it? That's right. It's a white rabbit. And what do you think is on the box with the black rabbit on the front of it? Excellent. A black rabbit. Now these rabbits, they're pretty clever. They like to switch places when no one is watching. So I need you to yell out and participate here. Join in on the screen. We're going to make this as fun as possible. So we're going to cover the two rabbits up. And if I click my fingers, they're going to change places. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. They change places. The black rabbit is now over where the white rabbit is, and the white rabbit is over here. And if I click my fingers, they change back again. It's amazing, I know. Check it out. Look, the white rabbit is back where he started, and the black rabbit is over here where he started. Yeah, okay, all right, we'll try it again. If we click my fingers, they're going to change places because the white rabbit has now turned into the black rabbit, and the black rabbit has now turned into the white rabbit. Amazing! How does he do it? Or as my parents say, why does he do it? It's fine. Okay, we'll try it again. We're going to cover up the white rabbit, which is over here, and we're going to cover up the black rabbit, which is over here. And if I click my fingers, they change places because the black rabbit has now turned into the white rabbit, and the white rabbit has now turned back into the black rabbit. It's amazing! Hey? Oh, you think I turned them around like this? No, oh, okay. I'm with you. You think that the black rabbit is white on the other side, and the white rabbit is black on the other side, and that's how it's done. Well, the truth is, no, because the black rabbit, he's red on the other side, and the white rabbit, he's yellow. Thank you very much. All right.
Australia, New Zealand, this is Yaakov Shweki, and I'm just telling you, we're thinking about you. I heard about it. 18,000 people coming together, Lag BaOmer. Tadlik et ha'esh. Light that fire, Australia, New Zealand. We love you guys. And keep up the unity, keep up the singing, keep up the music. Have a great celebration. We're thinking about you.
תדליק את האש, תגיד לי אם יש, נאיר את הלילה, הלילה כולו. תדליק את האש, תגיד לי אם יש, נשיר עד הבוקר, הבוקר יבוא. תדליק את האש.
וזה כל האדם ותכלית בריאתו ובריאת כל העולמות עליונים ותחתונים להיות לו דירה זו ותחתונים.
Hello, my friends, down under in Australia and New Zealand. This is Benny Friedman. May we be blessed not only with a long life and health, but also a life full of life. full of vitality, full of energy, full of Torah and mitzvahs, and full of music and dancing. What a beautiful family reunion this is. We should definitely do this more often.
יש תקווה, נשיר כולנו יחד, יש אמונה חזקה מכל הפחד, לא ניפול, לא נרד, כי אנחנו לא לבד, יש לנו השם אחד. יש תקווה, נשיר כולנו יחד, יש אמונה חזקה מכל הפחד, לא ניפול, לא נרד, כי אנחנו לא לבד, יש לנו השם אחד.
Yismach, Yisrael, Be'aisav, Heirash, Shekal, Mi, Shehu, Mizera, Yisrael, Yesh, La, Lismoach, Besimchat, Hashem, Asher, Sas, Besameach, Bidiraisai, Bisaktainen.
Well, now we're going to see how we go. So I'm just going to go back here. I'm going to get this and I'm going to lift this up here. Perfect. Now we're all stuck in our homes, all in various places around the world. And a lot of us wish we could go places, okay? So with this little magic trick I'm going to try here, we're going to go different places around the world. Okay, so we've got a couple of places here. We have like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, Sydney Opera House, the Great Barrier Reef, Eiffel Tower. I want everyone to choose a number between 5 and 15. Any number you like between 5 and 15. It could be 5, could be 15, can be any number in between. Off we go. Have you done that? All right, cool. So we're going to start here on the fly. We're going to count your secret number. Don't tell me what it is. We're going to count that many spaces. So if your number is 6, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you're going to end up over here in Stonehenge. If your number is 9, you might be down here at the Grand Canyon. So we're going to start here. Don't tell me what your number is, but you're going to keep counting your number around. All right, here we go. So we're going to start here, and your secret number between 5 and 15, counting now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, when you get to your number, stop and keep your finger there. Do not move your finger. All right, I'm going to remove the planes and the runway. All right, this time, keeping the same number, you're going to move in the opposite direction. So the same number before, you're going to go the opposite direction. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2. All right, keep your finger there. I'm going to find out where you're not. Now, I know you are not at Stonehenge. I also know you are not... You're not at the Great Pyramids. You're not... You're not at the Eiffel Tower either. And you're not at Uluru. Alrighty, this time I want you to choose a number. Actually, I want you to move 4 spaces. You can move 4 spaces any direction you like. So you can go clockwise or anti-clockwise, just 4 spaces. Off you go. Alright, keep your finger there. Alright, I know you're not at the Colosseum. I know you are not at the Sydney Opera House. I know you are not at the Grand Canyon. I know that you're not in New York City. And I know you're not in Niagara Falls. So keep your finger exactly where you are now. And you're right here at the Great Barrier Reef. A perfect place to go, and I knew you would end up at the Great Barrier Reef because at the beginning of the show, I told everyone to keep their eye on this envelope. Inside of this envelope is a prediction. I've got my snorkel and goggles ready because I knew you were going to say it. Let's check it out. The Great Barrier Reef! Thank you all so much for being an absolutely wonderful audience and participating in Lag BaOmer today. I hope you've all had a great time. My name's Ben Murphy. Thanks for having me and enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.
Hello my friends in Australia and New Zealand. This is Shai Abramson from Israel, IDF Chief Cantor from Israel. I'm very happy to be able to deliver you this greeting from Israel, and would have been very happy to be with my soldiers, the IDF Rabbinate Choir in Australia, singing to you, davening with you Shabbatot, but unfortunately we couldn't do that. So here is a piece of the concert that we did. We sang with Cantor Shimon and Dov Farkash, Shibone Besamigdash B'meira B'yameinu Be'ezrat Hashem, Besorot Tovot to all of you. Refuah Shlema.
שיבונה ביס המקדש במהרה בימינו ושם חלקנו בסוהר עשיך שיבונה ביס המקדש במהרה בימינו ושם חלקנו בסוהר עשיך שיבונה ביס המקדש ושם חלקנו בסוהר עשיך שיבונה ביס המקדש במהרה בימינו ושם חלקנו בסוהר עשיך שיבונה ביס המקדש במהרה בימינו